Okay. Thank you guys for hopping on. This call was very impromptu. We were going to do a new coach call and an Emerald call tonight per the calendar. But Jess had requested that we share some different tracking systems, which I thought was a great idea. So we are going to split it up tonight. Tiff, Jackie, Ashley, and myself are all going to be sharing. We each use sort of a different system. So we're each going to share a little bit about why we use the system that we use, how it works, and our favorite thing about it. And then if you guys have any questions on any of the systems or whatever, if we can get through all of them, then you can ask them at the end or just type them in the chat. But we are going to start with Jackie, right? I believe. Okay, so I will mute myself and you can go ahead.
Okay, I do pen and paper system. So I set myself up in a like binder system with a calendar in it. And the reason why I do this is because I'm not home most of the day. To be on a digital app or to have it really isn't feasible for me because of internet connection where I am, really time to be able to log in and remember all the passwords for everything. And I usually do everything from my cell phone or my iPad, which some people are really tech savvy. I'm not that tech savvy to have both open at the same time and be able to utilize both. And if I don't have internet connection on one, it's hard. And so I always have it on my phone, and I always have my phone with me. So I do pen and paper tracking system, and I print out all of the things that we're supposed to like be doing. I print out a blank work calendar, which is just a blank calendar from any application. And I have in my binder all 12 months already rolled out. And then every single month behind it, I have my check-ins, which tells me exactly what to do. This is all off of our thing that we have in our files tab. And it tells me my important tasks for the week, the day, how many people I'm supposed to add and interact with. And of course, I change those depending upon what I want my outcome to be. This one's set for 3 people a day, but if I want more, obviously I just cross that out and pick something, a higher number or whatever I'm looking to go for that week. And then every single time that I get likes or comments, I'll just literally take a blank sheet of paper or even the back of one of these and just write the names down of people that liked or commented or that I have to reach back out to or message. And I'll usually just write next to them either message or commented and that's how I go about doing most of my invites and follow-ups. So for some people, this would be so erratic and wouldn't work for them. But just for me and the little chunks of time that I do have, I can quickly send out 5 messages and then just quickly write their name. I'm also a huge Post-it person, and I know this is going to sound totally crazy, but I literally at school, take Post-its, write people's names on them, and tape it to my cell phone. Yes, I'm crazy like that. So I'll take a Post-it, write down the people's names who I have to connect to later on that night, tape it to the back of my cell phone, and then when I get home and I have time, that 5 minutes maybe in between 2 jobs or late at night when I know they're going to be online, I quick message them or send them out links. And then my business plan is on the calendars. So this is a little bit bigger of a one. I have 2 calendars. The one that sits in my big planner, and then I have an actual planner, and this is like my business plan. So I keep my business plan separate from my other calendar. I don't know why I do that. I think visually I just need one to be very neat and the other one I can write on and write names on, and I'm just like that. So my system isn't really that organized, I would say. Now that I've been getting more and more people, the pen and paper system seems to be a little bit more challenging for me. I know that some of the top coaches, I've listened to some of their things, and I know that some of them still use pen and paper, and I'm like, I don't know how they would literally use pen and paper, because sometimes it takes me like an hour just to sit down and write the likes from a couple of days, like on a post. So I think as you get more advanced into it, it might be harder to do the pen and paper system, but for now, that's what's been working for me. So.
Sorry. Is she gonna introduce? By the way, like, I apologize for this right now. Like, I just keep looking at myself and I'm like, I look like a male truck driver or something. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, I love that, Jack, and I love that you tape Post-it notes to your phone. I think that's awesome. So I'm going to talk on pen and paper also, and I have done like multiple tracking systems. I would say the only one that I actually gave a chance, and what I mean by that is 30 days, is TeamZ. And Tiff's going to talk on TeamZ, which is an amazing digital tracking system. I loved it, but the reason why, and I just switched, so my planner is very empty, but I'll show you my organized chaos, kind of like Jackie over there. The reason why I switched was because I work my business similar to Jackie in like spurts of time throughout my day. I don't physically sit at my desk every single day, even though I'm home. A lot of the times it's like I am just trying to get stuff done in between like the cracks of my day with my kids being all over the place. So I was finding that I was doing the work on my phone, but then I didn't want to spend the time to like log it into the system through TeamZ so that it like looked through the application that I was doing it also. So I tried something new. So I talked about this last week on the call. And I'll just show you guys because I got it. It came in like 2 days. So I'm trying this. It's huge. It's called the High Achievers Playbook. And it's for network marketers. And so basically, the one thing that's really cool is the front and back page is like you can write with a dry erase marker on it. So if you want to write notes or if you're talking to someone and then you can erase it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then you put like all your info in it and you can write down your goals, and there's like personal development recommendations and all of that in here, which is kind of fun. But basically what the sheets, I'll just show you what a blank sheet looks like. This is what majority of the book looks like. It's literally so big, but so it just says make it happen, and has the date, the time, which I'm not that specific, but activity, and then contact info and name. And then on this side, it says notes, follow up, and PD. I still don't really know why PD is there, but then down here, it has a to-do business list and a to-do personal list, which, believe it or not, I write things on like shower on there. Over here, you can like check off glasses of water, and this is like minutes you've done a workout. So there's 10 through 60 minutes on here. And then right here, there's like I've accomplished the following. And some of them don't necessarily apply to us, but you can kind of see it. Like this says number of calls made, exposures, contacts. So, new people added to our network. You put a number down, minutes on personal development. If you talked with your accountability partner, number of new contacts added to the master list. I'll show you what that is. And follow up. It says calls, but follow-ups. And then right here, there's just like a section that you can put whatever you want in it. So then I'll kind of show you how I've been doing it just like the past couple of days. But so it comes with this insert, which in the back of the book, there's like folder pockets like this. So it's kind of just like a folder. And it comes with, this is one of the inserts. So this is your master list, prospect list. So it's kind of like a contact list, basically, is what this is going to be. I still have to switch my prospects from TeamZ into here. And I'm debating because I used to put people in when I would add them, and that didn't necessarily mean that they added me back. So I think I'm going to kind of filter through that. But basically, this whole book has room for their name, their phone number, and then you select like where you found them. So it has email, Instagram, Facebook, and it has Twitter. I don't know why it has Twitter, but if you use a different, I only use Facebook and Instagram, but if you were to use a different social media, you could cross Twitter off and put that there. So that's what this entire book is. So this basically is going to be my giant contact list each time I add someone new and they actually like accept my friend request or any of that good stuff. And then it comes with a calendar. So I am going to start using this too because I have a generic calendar and it's all blank. So you can fill in the month and the date and all of that. So the whole thing is blank. So this is just another insert. But so I'll show you how I've been using it and then I guess what the method to my unorganized madness is. If I'm being honest, I'm literally the worst person to talk about tracking my business because I didn't track my business until probably 6 months ago, which is really naughty. But I basically, and don't do this, but I basically would scroll through my phone, scroll through my messages and be like, oh, I need to follow up with her today. Oh, that's right. I needed to message her. Haley Christian says she does that, but she must have some other method because that's crazy. So don't do that. But basically, I'll show you the other day. This is one of mine from the other day. So I would just write down their name and then under activity, I would put what I did. So here I put connect, UK connect, ask for referral, checked in, referrals. And then down here, I just wrote down what I absolutely needed to get done in my business that day. And then Aiden drew on it, but and then I just put workout for my personal that day. But the other day I had put more things do the laundry, just little things like that I needed to kind of remind myself of. But so my plan with this basically is to keep track of the people I'm talking to in that day in this section. And then I will go into here and this is going to be all of my contacts. So that way when I'm I don't know who to talk to today, so-and-so didn't comment on my post or whatever, I'm going to go into this book and I'm going to take 10 people off of this list and form a connection with them. So this is basically going to be my reminder to go connect with new people, this master list. And as far as, because I know some of you, if you do a digital platform, it's kind of nice because you can get an email reminder to talk to someone, or when you log into Teams, it'll say follow-ups that you need to do. So something that I do to remind myself that I need to talk to someone or someone needed to order on this day, I use, and I also got this from Haley, is I just use my calendar in my phone. So I use Siri and I literally say, Siri, remind me to send Ashley the challenge pack link on Friday. And that's all I do. And then a little reminder pops up on my phone and then boom, I go to do that. And so it's if I need to follow up with someone, I do it all through here and I do it all through voice text. So that's kind of how I work my reminder system, because obviously with pen and paper, you have to be pretty organized, or at least organized in your own way, something that you can understand, because if you have it just all over the place, it's super confusing. But this is just my calendar that I have. It's a planner actually, but I basically just use this. I have my login info for the accounts that I control. And then every end of the month, me and Car plan out our months and I write it in here. So I'm probably going to do that in the new one, but I basically, this is Team Cup, so these are all Success Club numbers, but I write the calls that we're having, the groups that are starting, when things are starting, and I do that all in here. And I don't know, that just works for me. I even have my Team Cup group members goals in here. And if there's any specific goals I'm going for that month, I'll write in the little notes section in this binder. So I think I'm eventually going to transfer everything over into this playbook calendar and see how that goes. So that's pretty much how I do it between Siri. I even use Haley's thing, which always makes me laugh because people are probably you're the biggest dork, but she says she tells people that she's checking in with her assistant, or she'll have her assistant remind her. And so I've said that to people before, and I'm this is so funny. It's oh, I'll have my assistant remind me that I need to get back to you, and it's just Siri. But yeah, so that's what I do. And then I also have just this crazy notebook that's just extremely unorganized, that has just pages upon pages of this is from the National Wake Up Call this morning. I have notes like that. But that's why you don't want to have something like this as your tracking system, because I don't have any Post-it notes. I don't have any note tabs or anything in here telling me where's what, who's who I talked to, or anything. So if you can be organized by a binder like Jackie is, or if you can be organized by a notebook that's not necessarily this notebook, but and have tabs and have sections, and that's great, and that works for you. But you also have to give it at least a month truly of like really trying it to see how you like it also. So I think if you guys are not pen and paper people like me and Jackie are, you're going to find it really helpful what the systems that Carly and Tiff talk about. Bye.
Great job. Love it. Okay, I'm going to share my screen since mine is on the computer. So can you guys just give me a thumbs up that you can see this okay? Okay. So I recently just switched to Streak, which is a Google Chrome extension. It's now also available in an app so you can use it on your phone too, but it's right through your Gmail. I used to use other online tracking systems, but I like this so far because, well, I'll get to that. But so you can create all of these little sections. So this over here to the left is my prospect. So these are all people that I'm talking to in all stages of the conversation that are not yet my challengers or aren't coaches yet. So new contacts, and I don't follow like the days I wanted to when I first created it. I don't yet because I'm not that organized. But you can literally change the colors of these. You can add however many, let me move this box here, however many you want to add onto here. Like you can make this whatever your own, but for my brain, the simpler, the better. But I like with this that you can go in and you can literally say, okay, today I need to do more invites. So I would go to my connections pipeline and I would literally pull up this girl and I would click on her, see where we're at in our conversation. And most of the people that are in this stage are people that I'm ready to invite. If I need to do follow-ups, I'll go to the invites and I'll check in here. And those are the people I'm going to follow up with. If these people down here are people that I've followed up with, I'm going to go check, see if they've responded to me, see if they ignored me. And if they did, then I'll move them into another connections, back into the connections thing. So I like that I can do that myself and I can manually put people where they need to go based on our conversation. Because I need structure and organization, but I need it to be like very simple, because I found with other online tracking systems that with notifications, like with Asana, you can, like Ashley said, have them send you reminders and it will send as an email and it will show a notification on TeamZ if you set those follow-up dates. And that to me got overwhelming because I would want to do my day-to-day, like follow-ups, connections, invites, but then I'd also want to get rid of all of those things that I needed to check in the follow-up notification center. So I don't do that with Streak at all. And there is an option. You can have it. I don't know how to do it, but it sends you emails. So that's why like you see some of the coaches who use Streak, they have like 1 billion emails because most of them are just reminders that they've set for the people that are in these pipelines. One thing I like about it is this little note section. So like in each person's thing, they have like, we call it like a note card. But if you click this little box, it like shows you, well, that's a bad example because I don't have any notes in there. Who can I use? Maybe she has one. Nope. Well, anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But so like these people have like little things in here and I can add in there. But if I want to do like something quick at a glance, then I'll just put it here so I can see it quickly, like how we met, or if they're ready to order, like with people who are in my 10 in play. These are all people who are like ready to order, or I've like sent the link, or I'm waiting to tell the price about or whatever. I put that little note in there. But if I want to get specific, I'll add it to their little note card section. And then I like this too, last invited on. So I can say, okay, I haven't invited this girl since August 1st, or I haven't invited this person since, where did it just go? June. So this girl, I would probably go back and reconnect with, reform, and restart that pipeline. And then over here, this is something that Jess had told me about, because she doesn't do that notification system either, just because it's just too much for our brains. You can sort it by follow-up date, and then that way when you go in, you can look and say, okay, this girl I needed to follow up with on June 21st and I haven't. And then that can be that, list that you can work from. But that's really, it's simple and it's user friendly, but it doesn't have to be like overly complicated. I haven't really tapped into it for my phone yet, just because I hate working from my phone, and I need it to just be like, I will sit at my desk or sit with my computer all day. So I really only use it from my computer. But I just like that it's very like, you can create it how you want. You can set it up what works for you. If you need it to be broken down even more, like interactions and connections, having like, I don't really use interactions. I should probably just delete that one, because connections to me are basically the same thing. But if you need to break it down more into like smaller steps to help you walk through, you can. Or if you want to just literally do like very simple new contacts, invites, follow-ups, whatever, and make it more broad. But I like the color coordination because I'm a very visual person. So it's like easier for me to keep track when I can see where everyone is based on our conversation. Yeah, so that's it for me. I don't know how to stop. Oh, my little thingy's in the way. Okay, hold on. Okay. Can't see me. All right, your turn, Tiff.
All right, I'm also going to share my screen, which I haven't done before, so bear with me. Okay, can you guys see that? No?
It says, no, did you share the,
My desktop.
can anyone else? Oh, now I can.
You guys see it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so this is TeamZ. The reason that I like it the most is because it is specific to Beachbody coaches. So they actually set it up for coaches. So I like how if you see at the top here, it will tell you your daily activities. So who you have to talk to, your prospects, customers, coaches, invites. Hang on, sorry guys. I don't know how to scroll over. And then you can check off like things that you did during the day, your social posts, PD, shake, workout. And then I think I like it the most too is because it literally tells you exactly what you need to do that day. So for me, I still have 25 follow-ups to do today. So you'll just click on follow-ups. And for instance, you can click on the first one here. And then it will bring you into her specific account. And then you can tell if she's a prospect, a customer, a coach. Let me move this. And I was supposed to follow up yesterday, but I didn't. So then what you'll do is once you actually talk to this person, you'll just hit connect. And then you'll write, invited, whatever. And then you can select the type. So either Facebook, email, text, Instagram, however you're talking to that person. And then you can actually click invite and how you invited. So either free group, challenge group, business, shakes, whatever it is that you're invited into, and then you'll log the connection. So from there, that would go into your activity feed, which tells you all the interactions that you've had with that specific person. And then you can change the follow-up date. So if I messaged her today, I would probably put it for 2 to 3 days out. And then the cool thing too is that you can, once you actually, set them up with a challenge pack or whatever, you hit sale, you put in what they actually purchased, And then you can change them to customer or coach, however they signed up. So that's why I love it, because it's so foolproof. So for me, like, I am trying to do it quickly on my lunch hour or like at night, and I felt like I was wasting so much time scrolling through Facebook or like making a to-do list, and then by the time I finished that, I was like, I don't even know where to start right now. Where this is like, okay, so after our call, what I'll do is I'm like, okay, I know I still have to talk to one customer. So that just means like follow up with a challenger, which I know we should all be doing anyway. So that's just like a reminder. And like same thing with the coach. And the way that you get these numbers as far as like how many customers, coaches, see how it says like 1 left, invites, 0 left. So in the very beginning, when you're setting up your account, they'll ask you how much money you want to make pretty much. And they'll task you with how many invites, conversations you need to have in order to hit that money goal. So, and I haven't really gotten that far into it, but you can track your business by your rank, how much money you make each week, and you can also import from our online office. So you can actually import all of your customers, all of your coaches, everything right from the online office. So that way, like, I didn't have to waste time to put all of the past people in that I had before I was starting to track this way. So I think that's why I like it a lot too. The only downfall is, yes, it's one of those things where you should be at your computer because there's not an, actually there might be an app for it, but no storage, so I don't have that. So that is the only problem, but I mostly am either at work all day on my computer, so I'll just be able to plug in that way, or at home I can just go on my laptop, so that doesn't really hinder me that much. And then the other thing is, I don't know if you're on a budget, you get your first 30 days free, but then it's $29.99 after that each month. But the way that they put it, it's 1 challenge pack. So it's like if you sell 1 challenge pack, you're paying for your membership. And I have to say, I think, Ash, what did we start this? Like in June, maybe? I don't remember. But I mean, I think this is the longest I've ever actually used one system. I was always like with Excel or pen and paper or Asana or Google Docs or whatever. Like, this is the one thing that actually I've stuck to. So that's why I like it a lot. That's pretty much it.
I think that's the biggest thing with all of these is like, it's so easy to pick one and start something, but like none of them are going to work if you don't stick to it for at least a month. Like, you have to try it, give it at least a month. The only reason that I even contemplated stopping using Streak was because my bank sent out everybody new cards because of fraudulent activity at whatever, some store. So my card got declined because I had to update it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to try something different. But I mean, as if anything, you can't just give it like a week and half-ass it and be like, well, this doesn't work for me. I don't want to track my business. Because there are going to be things and people that fall through the cracks that you have to check in with or follow up with, or someone else is going to, if you blow them off for a month and don't have them written down somewhere that you were supposed to follow up on September 2nd or whatever. So does anyone have any questions on any of those tracking systems or anything like that? No? Okay, we have like 6 minutes left, so I think you'll be good. But we wanted to talk about the free group that we're going to be hosting as a team, and for all of you who commented that you wanted to participate and also post, we're going to post some images and stuff about it. But Ash, do you want to give a little bit of a snippet of what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, so free groups is something that like we kind of got away from just because I never really put any effort into them, so they were horrible. But I think it's we wanted to do a team one because we wanted to set a goal of having over 100 people in this group, in this free group, which I think is totally doable because it's free. So for those of you that didn't see the post, we're going to be running the free group starting next Tuesday, September 5th. It's the day after. We didn't want to start on Labor Day because most people are probably still going to be eating and drinking. So we thought it was kind of pointless, but I think we'll open the group on Sunday just to have, or maybe even on Friday, we should open it just to get everyone in there, have meal plans posted, then people can shop at their leisure. But we want to start on Tuesday the 5th, and we're going to run through Sunday the 10th. And it's going to be totally free. I will probably offer to my customers that join if they want to get the Shakeology sampler pack, but it's not going to be required. And what we want to do with the group is, so I'm going to type up the Shift Shop week 1 meal plan in a Google Doc, and I'm going to put that right in the group. So that's going to be the meal plan we're going to have people follow, and with the grocery list, the meal plan, and we are going to have everyone sign up for the free 14-day bod trial. So this is going to be for totally new people, and this is just going to be a great way to get new people in the door without having to commit to something. And so we're going to encourage you guys to all have conversations with the people that join so that we can recommend a program to them to start with for the 14 days that they do start with, because not everyone likes the same thing. So for us to all just be like, well, we're all doing quarter force, like someone might absolutely hate that and then they might not want to continue. So, but basically, Car has created images. So we have a group event photo that she created, and you're welcome to change it if you want. I'm just going to use the one she created. I think it's fine if we all use the same one. Everyone should create their own event page and invite your own people to that, but you can use the image that she created. She also created a Facebook post image. So we're all welcome to use that same image. She typed up just a generic description of what the group is. So literally this is going to be awesome, especially for our brand new baby coaches, because we're literally going to be like, here's the picture, here's the event description, create an event, put this in here, and invite your entire Facebook friends to it. So there's going to be nothing to it. And what we want to do for these next, we talked about, or I had talked about with Tiff and Jack, we met last week for our team cup call. Basically using this free group for not only just health and fitness. So we want to kind of set in stone who wants to post. We're going to have everyone stick to one day so that it's organized. And we want it to be Jackie pops in with a 5-minute makeup tip, or a quick 5-minute hairdo tip. That's her guru is hair and makeup. So a quick tip that she can throw into the group, whether she's going to go live and show someone how to do a cute pony or do a little 5-minute makeup look, or if she wants to just use a picture and put in the text, whatever it is. We would love it for each of us that are going to be posting for the, I think we're going to do 7 because I think Car might post an organization tip on Monday since we're not officially going to start till Tuesday. But I think she's going to post some way of organizing yourself to get started for something like this. I was going to post some healthy kid lunchbox ideas because I know not everyone's a mom in the group, but there probably will be some moms in the group. And maybe Tiff could post something about a healthy dessert recipe, or a book or something, whatever you enjoy. We'd love it for us to just pop in and do a fun post like that. So it's not just health. It's not just healthy eating and fitness, because I think if we give people a lot of stuff that they can take away from it, then they'll want to continue. So that's what our plan is. Car's going to either later tonight or tomorrow post those images. I'm going to create, if you're not yet at Success Club, I wouldn't start promoting this. But if you're at Success Club, I would start I'm probably going to start on Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, because you don't need that much time to get someone in a free group talking about it. And I'm going to post publicly. I'm going to create an event, but then I'm also going to message those people that told me no, that they weren't ready yet, or cost-wise or whatever, and say, hey, I have this free group going on. I know you couldn't get in the last challenge group, but would you want to join this free one? And get some people in there. So I think we're going to have a goal of over 100 people in the group. So if you guys want to definitely take a day and post in that group, just reach out to us and let us know so we can kind of set the schedule in stone. She'll post those. Talk about this with your downlines. Let them know not to be afraid of it. Even with like, if you have discount coaches that are kind of on the fence, like it's a great way for them to be like, hey, just invite your friends and family, totally free. Like, you know, you can help them with their bod links and all of that. But since it is only 7 days, this gives us a great opportunity to shoot them a message before their trial is up. So then if they do want to continue, we can get them into what they need to be into next, rather than just into that every quarterly bonus or a quarterly billing phase. So if you guys have other questions about that, just let me know, or Car know, and we'll get all that figured out hopefully by Wednesday of who's posting and all of that. But I think it should be really good. So
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good for us to just expand and get more people committed.
Yeah.
Who don't want to commit for a full challenge group. But so we'll post more details about that and re-explain all this in a post, but we just wanted to recap